One thing that is important in computing is having a strong password to log into your computer device, your bank account, or your email account. If you don't have a strong password, your password that you do use may be susceptible to being hacked. Do you want to learn how to create your own DIY, do-it-yourself strong password? Watch this video to the end and learn how. Hey, welcome back to another Tech Support Spy video. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video at the end, go ahead and like and comment below. Help this channel grow, help the YouTube algorithm push this video out to others. They can also learn about generating a password. All right, do you have a password that's like, Daffy Duck 123 £, or a password that has your son's name with 123 at the end? All right, stop using those passwords. And I'm no security expert, but I've been in the IT field now for about 15 plus years. I've been doing computer tech support for 12 plus years. And even I don't use passwords like that. I used to use passwords like that years ago with my name, and I would add like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to be my password. But nowadays, you can't have simple passwords like that that might be either your name, your date of birth, or Daffy Duck 123. You don't want to use those type of passwords nowadays. Good passwords that you can think of nowadays is creating a password that has some type of phrase like, I like turtles.
I like turtles.
You would create that phrase, I like turtles, with an underscore, like so. And that can be leveraged as a strong password because it's in a phrase, right? So it would not give a chance for some type of password hacker to come up with that type of phrase of I like turtles as your password. Now, I would not use that nowadays as my password, but if you are wanting to create your own password and not thinking of it, and want to use something systematically or use some type of tool like Excel to create a strong password for you, you can do that in Microsoft Excel. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Excel to generate a strong password that you can use for your bank account login, your computer login, your email login, and we're going to show you how to create a password generator, and it's going to be courtesy of a PCMag article. And that PCMag article is going to be in the description, the link that you can look at that article and read on how they describe how to create a password generator in Excel. But I'm going to show you how to use those steps out of that article to create a password generator. All right, are you ready to learn? Are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to learn from Tech Support Spy? All right, let's dive into the video, shall we? All right, so we're going to use Microsoft Excel. And if you don't have Microsoft Excel, this password generator feature is not going to work. And if you're not familiar with Microsoft Excel is part of that Microsoft 365 or the Office 365. Excel has always been part of that Office suite, right? The Office suite for Microsoft came with like Word, Outlook, PowerPoint, Excel. So Microsoft Excel is one of those applications that's part of the Office suite, or nowadays it's Microsoft 365 or the old Office 365 or the old Office suite. And the Excel application is used as a spreadsheet where it can be used to do calculations like budgets. And we're going to use it to do some calculations, some random calculations to generate a password. All right, you're going to see all this in the article when you read it. So we're first going to start off with just giving it a name here in the B1 cell. So it's in the B column in the 1 row. So B1, we're going to just name this just random. I can't spell. Random password generator. All right. And again, you're going to see these steps in the PCMag article. And again, the link will be in the description. So we're going to name it here. We're going to go down to B3 and just put in our parameters. We're going to put in our password parameters. So when I say password parameters, I can't talk. Have you seen where certain passwords have it will tell you that your password has to be like 8 characters or 10 characters or 15 characters. We want to put in here how many characters, how long does the password have to be accepted as a password to log into that account or to use that password to be able to get into our device. So we're going to just name it here length. All right, can't spell. And then we're going to do upper case letter. So we want to make sure if our password, when we're generating a password, if it requires an uppercase, right? So, you know, most password nowadays, if you log into a certain device or a certain application, it may require an uppercase letter in order for it to meet the password parameters to log into that application. We're going to do now lowercase letter. All right. Again, I'm having problems spelling. And then we're going to do digits. This is going to tell us or tell the password generator if it requires digits. And then we're going to do special characters. All right. And then, all right, so this is what we have now. We have the length, we have the uppercase letter, lowercase letter. If our password, you know, requires an uppercase or a lowercase, or if it requires digits or special characters. Let's finish out these parameters. All right, so we're going to work with column C, right? This is where we're going to add in some requirements for our length, our uppercase letter, our lowercase letter, our digits, and our special characters. So the length, we want to make sure it's at least a certain length of how many characters that the password requires. So we're going to just go ahead and type in 8 here to make it set up to where it requires at least, when the password is generated, that it generates at least a 8-character password for us. The uppercase letter, do we require that? We're going to say yes, and make sure the Y is capital. So Y, capital Y-E-S. Does the lowercase letter, is that required in our password when we randomly generate it? Yes. The digits, does your password require digits? So integers, numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. And then special characters. Do you want to have special characters like the pound sign or the percent sign? Yes, we require that. So we're saying for the uppercase, lowercase, digits, and special characters, we require that these areas are true, that the uppercase in a password is generated, that the lowercase letter is generated, that the digits, can't talk, is generated in the password, and that it accepts and has and generates special characters. All right, so now we're going to work in column D, right? We're going to start off with the 4th row in column D. So D4 is the cell that we're going to work with. And we're going to skip the length. We already have identified what the length is going to be for our random generated password, but we want to be able to establish letters, uppercase letters. So for uppercase letters, we're going to just do A, B, C, D, E. So just type in A, B, C, D, E, and make sure they're capitalized. They're uppercase. A, B, C, D, E. That's going to be our standard for the uppercase letter. And then for the lowercase letter, just do A, B, C, D, E, all lowercase, right? Just keep it lowercase. And then for our digits, right, we got to put in here what digits that we want to use. So just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. You don't need to put 10, just make it 0. So just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 in the digits field. And then in the special characters field, just put in some special characters like maybe like the percent sign, the pound sign, and the @ sign. That's all I want to use, right? And then we want to add in some more information. All right, so now we have to enter in the formula to calculate what our password is going to be generated from. And you'll see the formula, the if statement in the article. I also will have the if statement showing in the description. And what that statement is going to be is this here. See this statement here? It's basically saying if the C4, which is the cell, C4 is yes. So C4 is for the uppercase letter is yes. D4 is accepting that. And if C5 is yes, then accept D5 and so forth. So once we paste in, you got to paste in that formula in that cell field. So let me show you this. So let me back out again, right? So remember this field here, this field is D8 is the cell. D8 is the cell. And what I did was I made sure that the D8 cell is highlighted with the cursor, right? And then I went into the formula bar. You want to make sure you use a formula bar to paste in that if statement, that if formula that's from the article as well as in the description of this video, and just paste it there. You can right click or you can do Control V. And once you paste it in, just hit enter. And it's going to generate all of your parameters that you've identified as part of your upper class or your uppercase letter, your lowercase letter, your digits, and your special characters. We got one more thing to show you here on how to generate that formula. We're almost done. All right, so one of the things in Excel, if you need to make sure that your formulas and your calculations are being executed, you got to hit F9. So we're going to go to B10, cell B10, and we're going to just type in press F9 to regenerate. Right? So that's what we have to press to create our password, right? And then below that in B11, we're going to just type in password, right? And then once we do that, we're going to go to D11. So cell D11, we're going to make sure D11, the cell, is highlighted. We're going to put in, or at least type in, or paste in, I would say, one more formula that we want to put in. So as I have D11 highlighted, I'm going to go up to the formula bar. I'm going to paste in this formula. And this formula will also be in the description of this video, as well as you'll see this formula in the PCMag article. But it's basically going through and saying text join is joining up all these different formulas if it's true, and it's going to randomly create something between certain cells and what the parameters that you have identified in the different cells within the worksheet for Excel, and create you a random generated password. And I'm not an expert in creating like formulas in Excel and macros, but this is what this text join is, what's going to be able to create your randomly generated password. All right. So once you paste in that formula, the text join, go ahead and hit enter, and you'll see it will randomly create a randomly generated password. It came up with the %, 4x8dd, %. Now, if we want to have it create another randomly generated password, just press F9. Keep pressing F9 and you see how it changes. You see how the password changes, right? To me, this is a great exercise or a great tool to use in Excel and to kind of randomly create a strong password. Because if you look at these passwords, I wouldn't be able to think of these passwords in my mind, right? But you can leverage this, right? So let's say you want to say Gmail password, right? And you're going to hit F9. Oops. And you're going to copy this. Well, you don't want to. You want to copy it. So because you have that formula in there, you're not going to be able to copy it. But you can do, all right, 7E74BCB #, right? Let's say for Chase Bank, you want a password to log into your Chase Bank. Hit F9. It's changed and recreated or regenerated a randomly generated password that's strong. And you want to type it in, 6 #521 capital B 6 lowercase b, right? Let's say you want to get into your, I don't know, your Apple ID, right? So you have an Apple ID password. Hit F9, comes up with another password, E88215A. Now you have all your passwords listed in your spreadsheet here, and you can save it. You want to back it up or write it down, right? But you can use this tool to randomly create a strong password now for all your accounts. I'm hitting F9. As you see it switch, I'm hitting F9, hitting F9, right? So I think this is a great tool that you can use to create randomly generated strong passwords that you can use for your accounts. I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something. Please put a like on this video. Put a comment on this video. This video gave you some input. If you learned something, and share this video with others. Help others to be able to see this video and be able to learn how to create their own randomly generated strong password they can use for their accounts. And please tell everyone about Tech Support Spy, and we appreciate you watching. Thank you for watching Tech Support Spy.